fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
I am outside of Pure Movement Pilates, which is a studio that helps you with core alignment, strengthening, and body suspension. I'm going to speak with their owner and give Pilates a try. Let's do it. And joining me now is Teresa, the owner and instructor here at Pure Movement Pilates. Hello.
Hey, Jessica.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Well, first off, we're matching.
We are matching.
You know,
we're ready for spring.
We're ready for some Pilates.
That's right. Also ready for some Pilates.
Yes. So I'm so excited to be here. I've never done Pilates before, but I hear that there are so many benefits. So kind of start off by giving us an overview about your business.
Sure. Pure Movement Pilates was started in 2008, so we've now been open 16 years.
Wow.
We offer, thank you.
Yeah.
We offer group classes, private sessions, duet sessions, and we also offer lessons in the gyrotonic method.
Oh, what is that?
It's a method similar to Pilates, but it works on lateral flexibility, like rotational movements, which is often good for people who do golf and tennis.
Oh, okay, very cool. And so what are some of the major benefits of taking Pilates, I mean, compared to like a yoga or a cardio workout class?
Whenever I'm trying to break down what Pilates is, I always try to compare it to, it's like yoga but with weights. So when Joseph Pilates created Pilates, or the method, he looked at yoga, he looked at karate, he looked at different acrobatic movements and created Pilates. So Pilates is literally beneficial for anyone. We work with kids as young as 6 years old and people up into their 90s.
Wow.
What makes it really great is that it works on strengthening, lengthening, and mobility of the muscle groups, including balance, using these different pieces of equipment that you see around you.
Yeah. That is great. And is there a specific target area of the body that it really focuses on, or is it really cohesive, like everything?
The easy answer is that when people think of Pilates, they often think of core strength, and that is because literally during most every single Pilates workout, constantly the core has to stabilize, it has to move. So in any Pilates workout, you will get core work and core stability. But usually in any Pilates session, you will get a full body workout.
Okay.
And it's not necessarily like the sweaty, hard, pump into the metal type of gym workout. People like it because it's low impact and it's very gentle on the joints.
Okay, that is good.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing just more and more information about the tides changing with workouts. So many professionals are saying that hardcore cardio workout is not really forming the type of muscle and toneness that people are looking for. And things like this that strengthens and kind of is that kind of like slow process is actually getting people more results. Like I literally was just reading about this.
Yeah, so athletes tend to overdevelop the same muscle groups over and over again.
Yeah.
And so their underdeveloped muscles tend to get really weak. And so their body tends to build biases in which they're more prone to injury and they're more prone to things not functioning the way that they should. So Pilates is a really good type of fitness to bring everything together. And it's not that you shouldn't do cardio and you shouldn't do hard workouts, but you have to have something that balances all of them together and strengthens you in ways that you may not necessarily be strengthened in those other methods.
Yes. Okay, Teresa, I see your equipment here. It looks so cool and like people can do so many different things. So can you kind of walk through what the equipment is that we're looking at?
Sure. To your right is our most widely used piece of equipment, which is called the Reformer. This is an original piece of equipment that was created by Joseph Pilates, who created the Pilates method. It moves back and forth on 4 different wheels.
Wow.
There are pulleys attached to the back, and on those pulleys are straps that we put onto our hands, put onto our feet. And at the end is what we call the foot bar that we push off with our feet, push off with our hands. So Pilates called it the universal reformer, and that's because there's literally thousands and thousands of exercises that you can do on it.
Yeah.
This little doodad is called the combo chair. This was created as a piece of exercise equipment that people could use in their New York City apartments, and it's because it's small and compact. This is probably the most difficult piece of equipment that we have because you have to use so much of your own body strength and body weight in order for it to function.
Okay.
To the left of you are what we call Bodhi ropes. So they're a suspension rope similar to TRX. TRX has 2 ropes. The Bodhi ropes actually have 4 ropes, so you can be fully suspended in them.
Wow, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm so excited to learn some Pilates.
Yeah,
Shall we
I'm
get
excited
started?
to teach you. Yeah.
Okay.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
Do you want to know the best places to go to eat and drink around Northeast Indiana? Well, join me, Jessica Williams, for Living Local 15, weekdays at 9 a.m. as I take you inside of the best restaurants, new and old, explore their menu, and of course, mix up some cocktails. Where will I go next? Well, you'll have to watch and see, but I want to know, where do you recommend I go?
Keep up with Jessica Williams on Living Local 15, weekdays at 9.
Welcome back. I am here at Pure Movement Pilates Studio, and I'm so excited because I'm going to learn a little Pilates today. And joining me is Teresa, who is the owner and instructor. Hello again.
Hi.
All right, guys, so let's get started on learning how to do some basic moves.
Yes. So like I had said previously, this is the main piece of equipment that we use in Pilates called the reformer. And so we're going to do a couple of moves on here today.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so I'm going to have you start off with your head down here, which is on what we call the headrest, and your back on here on what we call the carriage.
Okay. And I'm putting it right below my shoulders.
Perfect,
right
yeah.
there.
Those blocks that are pushing into your shoulders are called shoulder blocks or shoulder rest.
Okay.
I'm going to have you go ahead and start off by bringing your feet up onto this bar, which is what's called the foot bar.
Okay.
And we're going to go into what's called footwork. So typically at the beginning of every Pilates session, we'll warm up with what we call footwork, and it just warms up the feet, warms up the legs, and just mentally kind of gets you ready for the workout ahead. Okay. So I'm going to have you start with your toes pulling back. I'm going to have you go ahead and push and extend your legs out.
Okay.
Yeah?
Wow, I can feel that suspension.
Yeah.
Keep going?
Go ahead and keep going.
Oh,
yeah.
wow, okay.
And then go ahead and bend your knees and come back in. And so Pilates is highly customizable to each person. I kind of guessed what springs I was going to put you on.
Okay.
So I'm going to change your springs slightly.
Okay. And my hands, are they just like this, or
They're
down?
They're gonna reach down by your side. I want you to think nice open chest.
Okay.
And just kind of relax best you can. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and push and extend out. Very good. And then bend, come back in. So when we're first teaching Pilates, we try not to overwhelm people, but there's a lot of things that you can think about in this moment.
Okay.
You can think about lightly tightening your abdominals in order to stabilize better on the carriage.
Okay.
You really want to think about trying to get as much length as you can through your legs. You hear that a lot in Pilates, keep lengthening, lengthening, lengthening.
Yes.
So as you push and extend out, I want you to try to get as much distance between your heels and your hips as you can. Good.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you bring your heels together, open your knees out slightly into what we call Pilates V, or first position. And then from there, go ahead and push and extend out.
Oh.
And so you can see how it creates a little bit more demand on your inner thighs, maybe a little bit more on your hips.
Yeah. Wow.
Good. One
Feels
more.
cool.
Good. All right. So I'm going to have you go ahead and walk your toes to the center. You're going to push and extend the legs out. And you're going to go ahead, drop your heels down into my hands. Good. Go ahead and keep going. Lower the heels down. There you go. And then lift back up. Good.
Okay.
So let's try that one more time. Go ahead and push out. And go ahead, just, yeah, there you go. And so you should get a really nice calf stretch there. And then lift back up onto your tippy toes. And then lower back down. Good. So that's called calf raises. And so we can do that a couple of times in order to get a nice calf stretch, ankle stretch. Very good. All right, so that's just a quick overview of footwork. We're gonna get into some more arm and abdominal work.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have you go ahead and reach your arms up to the ceiling. Beautiful. And I'm gonna place these straps that are next to your ears into your hands.
Okay.
So these are called the pulley straps, and I'll have you grab on. So as you're here, go ahead and bend your knees in a little bit until those straps catch. Good. As you're here, I want you to think about pulling your belly button in towards your spine and pulling your ribs in towards your spine. This is to kind of prep your abdominals to stabilize.
Okay.
From here, you're gonna lift this right leg up into what we call tabletop, and then lift the left leg up to match it. And you're like, whoa, suddenly it got really hard. So now from here, push your arms down by your side. There you go. And then reach back up. Good. And again, same thing, push down.
Like suspended in air.
Yeah, and then back. And so this can be just as challenging for the abdominals as it can be for the arms.
Yeah.
Good, 2 more. Nice. Last one. Good, hold here and I want you to rotate your palms in towards your hips.
My palm like this, or the other way?
Other way, there you go, yep. And then open the arms out to a T. There you go, and then push back down again.
Oh.
Yeah, and so just like footwork, all these different movements are working slightly different muscle groups.
Right.
Turn the palms down again. Let's go into circles. You're gonna reach the arms up to the ceiling, open the arms out to a T, circle the arms down,
Ooh.
and then reach back up.
Oh, that one's hard.
Yeah, you're doing great right now. Most people
Thank you.
don't always do this great on their first session. Okay, beautifully done. So
Yay.
what was more challenging for you, the abdominal work or the arm work?
The arm work.
The arm work,
Yeah.
That's what most people say, but that's kind of your first introduction to the core stability work of Pilates.
Yes.
So what I'm gonna have you do is you're gonna push and extend your legs out again.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this right strap onto your right foot.
Okay.
You're gonna lift it up. And so this right leg is gonna stabilize you as you lift your left leg up, and I'm gonna put the left strap onto your left foot. And this is typically where the eyes go, whoop.
Right.
Like, what is happening? So I'm gonna have you push forward a little bit.
Okay.
And so right here, you're probably getting a little bit of a hamstring stretch, a little bit of a low back stretch, should feel pretty good. I'm gonna have you go ahead and press your legs down
Okay.
to about right here, and then bring the legs back up to that starting position.
Okay.
Good, yeah, and just do that a couple of times to get used to straps. This series is called Feet and Straps. This is usually everybody's favorite part. Sometimes we'll finish a class with this just because it's a good stretch.
It is a good stretch, wow.
Good, and so I'm gonna have you push down. We're gonna take that into what we call circles. So you're gonna open out to the side, circle around, and bring it back up.
It makes you go.
It makes you go, yeah.
Woo!
And so just like the arm work, you wanna think about pulling that belly button back in to help stabilize on the carriage. Your torso posture looks great. And we're gonna go into what's called mermaid, which is another favorite stretch.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you go ahead and bring your right hand onto the bar. You're gonna take your left arm, reach it out to the left side. You are gonna push out with this right arm, and we're gonna go into a side stretch. So you're gonna reach up and over, side bending.
Oh.
And so this is a pretty unique stretch. There's really not many places that you can get a stretch like this.
Right.
And lift back up. So we're gonna add a little bit of rotation to that so she can get a little bit more extension. I'm gonna have you turn and rotate towards that bar. Your left hand's gonna come on, open your right hand a little bit wider.
Okay.
Go ahead and push your chest down. And then pushing onto the bar, you're gonna lift your chest up, smile at yourself in the mirror, and you get a nice big stretch through your upper back. Good, same thing, lifting up. Very good. You are a beautiful mover. Pilates suits you very well. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, is that it?
That's it for the reformer, at least what I've got for you today.
Did it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now a bigger challenge.
A bigger challenge.
The wall.
The wall.
Let's do it.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
Wake up with us on WANE 15's First News every weekday morning.
We'll bring you the local news you need to start your day.
Stay with CBS Mornings at 7 on WANE 15.
We've got the overnight breaking news and in-depth reporting.
And uplifting stories to start your day off right.
Then at 9, watch Living Local 15 with Jessica Williams. Hey, Jessica.
We're talking food, fun, and everything going on in Northeast Indiana.
First News, CBS Mornings.
And then Living Local 15.
A great way to start your day.
Every day.
Now we're at the ropes.
Now we're at the ropes.
This looks so fun. Okay, what are we doing?
So we're going to be doing some suspension training. And what's great about suspension training is that it's incredibly challenging. And so you're doing a lot of Pilates-esque movements, but you're using gravity as the challenge. So when we were on the reformer, you had the support of the carriage, but here it's all you. It's you and gravity.
Okay. She said the best part about it, it's challenging.
Yeah. So you'll often see these in our higher level classes just because they're so challenging. All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you start off with your hands in these triangles. And so typically when we check people, we just make sure that the shoulders aren't lifting up, that you're not having to lean too down, and Jessica looks perfect. So as we're here, she's gonna lean forward into what's essentially a plank. So her weight's gonna shift forward towards her toes, her hips are gonna come forward, and her core muscles are gonna fire as she tips forward. So the more forward she goes, the more challenging it gets. Go ahead and come back. And so usually when people start to go out, they feel a little bit hesitant. As you go out again, think about squeezing your glute muscles a little bit in order to help stabilize the pelvis. Very good. And then exhale, push back down. So Jessica's doing a great job. I'm gonna challenge her a little bit more. She's gonna push out. She's gonna stay out there. Now as she's out there, she's gonna add a bend. So she's gonna bend the elbows. Her chest is gonna come forward and then push back out. And lift back up. Good. Same thing again. Bend. So suddenly her abdominal muscles have to fire that much more in order to stabilize her during this challenge. Very good. So let's take that into tricep push-ups. So I'm going to have you lean forward into that plank again. From here, you're going to bend the elbows, bring your hands in towards your shoulders, and then push back out. So there's no, I'll show you again. You're gonna bend, so it'll be like this.
I like this.
Yeah, there you go, and then push back out, yeah. You don't have to go quite as far as before, especially because this is so much more challenging. Good, yeah, and just like before, don't be afraid to bring your pelvis forward. Okay, beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna hand you the triangles and we're gonna take you back into that angle, but you're gonna be leaning the opposite way this time. So you're gonna walk your feet forward and you're gonna lean back. So you gotta trust gravity a little bit more as you do this. Whee! I know exactly. So now as you're here, you're gonna do a pull up. You're gonna bend the elbows, pull yourself up, very good. And then reach back out, nice. Exhale, pull, good, and reach back out. So you're thinking about keeping your abdominals pulled in, glutes engaged. So now turn the palms up, we're gonna go into bicep curls. These bicep curls, I'm gonna have you think scoop up and over the shoulders. Yeah, that's it, and then reach back out. And so if you wanted to intensify that, you could think more like you're trying to punch back behind you. There you go, and reach out. Nice, good, 2 more. Good. All right, so let's go ahead, turn the palms in towards each other, extend the arms, bend the elbows, pull the elbows back, and then reach back out, good. And again, pull and reach back out, nice. Last one. Very good. Okay, come back up, reach the arms forward, stretch out the back, and reach forward. Very good. All right.
Ooh.
Those are some basic Bodhi rope exercises.
Yes.
Great for arm training, great for full body work.
Oh my goodness, well that felt amazing and so cool. I mean, I never knew what Pilates really felt like, but I feel like I'm well stretched. And continuing to do this will actually really add to the flexibility. So how frequent would you recommend someone do a class?
Typically, we recommend twice a week. 3 times a week is great. We have people that come 5 times a week, but it really kind of depends on what other fitness modalities you're doing, what your goals are, but I would say 2 times a week is average for most people.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Oh,
I
thank you,
appreciate
Jessica.
it. Guys, that was so great. You have to come out and do your Pilates to see what it feels like and feel more flexible. We'll have their website listed below, and we'll be right back.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
Hi, I'm Jessica Williams, host of Living Local 15, covering food, fashion, and everything fun in Northeast Indiana. Watch weekday mornings at 9 as we explore the community and I introduce you to some of my new favorite places. Where will I go next? Well, you'll have to watch and see, but I want to know, where do you recommend I go?
Watch Living Local 15 with Jessica Williams, weekdays at 9 on WANE 15, and catch past episodes on WANE.com. Go to the Living Local 15 page on WANE.com for recipes from the show, to watch a segment again, and to get information on products and services featured on Living Local 15.